Good afternoon. My name is Barry Selby. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. This is number 152 in an ongoing series of talks about love, relationships, polarity, purpose, feminine leadership, all sorts of things like that. I am a passionate champion for the divine feminine, which is why I do this stuff. And these talks are called Messages from the Masculine to inspire the feminine heart. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, and so I have some background in this. And today's topic is based on the thematic, because today is Halloween, about no costume required and come as you are. And this leads on from actually the last, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was definitely yesterday's topic. This is probably what's what we're looking for? A continuation, to put it simply, since it is Halloween, of the topic about, yesterday was about TNA, which was not what we think it was. TNA was transparency and authenticity, and today is, because it is Halloween, talking about the masks and costumes and disguises that you might wear in relationship. Now, maybe not you, maybe your friends. I'm just curious to know if it's something you do in fact find, what I'm looking for, easy to do, or if you do that intentionally, or do you actually hide who you are with other people? See, the thing is, most people, and that may include you, maybe not, tend to hold back in relationships. You tend to have disguise on, a mask on, a wall up, or various things that either one are to avoid certain connections, two, to protect yourself, which is 9 times out of 10 what it is, or three, an unwillingness to commit fully into the relationship. There's probably 4 or 5, but those are the 3 that come up to me right at the top of my head. And if I may be blunt, none of those work. Well, let me rephrase that. They may work to keep you away from what you already want, but they will not work to have an amazing relationship. You will actually be deterring your ability to have a healthy relationship if you have the walls up, wearing the mask, and avoiding connection and communication and intimacy. Because all true relationships, authentic, complete, successful, healthy, and most people watching this probably know this, are based on connection. And connection, which includes intimacy, sensuality, sexuality, love, and all these different components, would require the knocking down of those walls, the removal of the disguise, taking off the costume, the mask, and all the other accoutrements, and becoming transparent, to become intimate, to become vulnerable and visible to your partner. And ideally, they do the same thing with you. Halloween's a fun time to play and dress up and all these things, but the reality is you can't do that all the time. And you can play dress up for fun with your partner, for a little sex, kinkiness and other things like that, which is like, hey, why not? It's fun. But again, not something you do all the time. In fact, when you do that all the time, it's kind of in a way of avoiding true connection. When you can spend, let's just say, 10 minutes gazing into your partner's eyes without saying a word, without looking away, without fidgeting or reaching for your phone, that's when the real stuff begins. And wearing a disguise and a mask, which is what Halloween's all about, blocks that. So, to put it on the focus of where I suggest, recommend, encourage you to go, how deep can you go in your connection with your partner? How willing are you to be vulnerable, to be transparent? And I talked about transparency and authenticity yesterday, the TNA I talked about yesterday. But how fully in to your relationship can you be? I talked this past weekend about fence sitting, being on the fence, about relationships, not willing to commit or run away. Can you commit to be transparent? I'm just tying it all together, be fancy that way. But can you commit and be transparent and be totally intimate with your partner without even touching them? Can you be that vulnerable and open to see through their eyes into their soul and let them see through your eyes into your soul? Yeah, let's play deep here, shall we? I was commenting on a post on a friend's wall, actually in a group I'm part of, yesterday, and quoting from one of the chapters in my book, which is about relationship being a spiritual experience, or spiritual practice, actually. And gazing in somebody's eyes for 10 minutes will get you spiritual, generally speaking, especially if you open up the layers and the stuff that comes up inside over and over again, because 10 minutes of basically gazing in the other person's eyes is going to bring up your stuff if you haven't already cleared it. So My recommendation, my invitation, my challenge to you, if you will take it on, is in your intimate relationship with a partner, your partner, presuming you're in one, and if you're not, when you do have one, is to spend 10 minutes every day, if you like, or certainly when you want to spend time together, quality time together, to gaze in that person's eyes, to look in their eyes, through into their soul, with your soul, for 10 minutes. That's all it takes. You can go longer if you wish, go for an hour. That would really, really stretch your comfort zone and open you up to intimacy. Because that's true intimacy. Intimacy is not penetration. It can be, but it's not. Intimacy is that connection of soul, of spirit, of life, of heart, of love, that transcends words. Whispering sweet nothings in your lover's ear is intimate. But the intimacy of connection that is beyond words, that is intimacy with a capital I. At least that's my perspective. So can you play at that level? Can you be that vulnerable, that transparent, and be that bold to step out of the old, safe way of being with your masks and costumes on? Take them off and see what happens. Take off your presentation, your persona that you wear every day, and let them see the real you. Be available to the miracle, to the joy, to the light that might shine through you and from you and to you in that connection. It's not easy going, I know, but it's worth every step of the way, every second of doing it. I'm realizing there's something else brewing. So, if you haven't watched my broadcast, by the way, if you haven't watched my broadcast before, I tend to have this thing where I'll get a stream of consciousness or an idea comes through, and generally it'll end and I'll be complete. And sometimes I'll notice something coming through as well that hasn't arrived yet. So I'm talking to you right now whilst I'm waiting for this other piece to sort of percolate into a way I can articulate, because these are not scripted. Far from it. There's no bullet points, there's no cheat sheet, there's no 3x5 card, none of that. This is really what's real. So let me see what else has come up, because something's coming up about this. There it is. I had to wait for it for a second. So, for some of you out there, wearing your masks, your costumes, your disguises is 90% often based upon your own shame. That's the word. It was sitting in there, I couldn't see the word before. For many of you, being in a relationship, laying down all the walls, laying down all those boundaries, barriers, and shields, let the other person in fully, it's too scary because there's shame inside. I would caution you or advise you or recommend that you look at that, because truly the person you're with now, if that's a new person versus the one you were with before, if there's some issue in your past with shame, one, I recommend healing it, but secondly, by being willing to be transparent, willing to be naked energetically with your partner, to be that intimate with them, can actually wipe out that shame. And it's free, versus paying me to coach you on it. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, I'm just saying that you can do it other ways too. But for many people though, to actually be that intimate with their partner, to spend 10 minutes looking into your partner's eyes, without saying a word, can bring back all sorts of levels of shame, of upset, of hurt, of judgment, of blame, that you may have been carrying around for the last 10, 20, 30 years. And if that's the case, it's way past time you drop it. It's way past time you release it, and it's way past time that you heal it. So to really have an incredibly powerful relationship, as I said, it's a spiritual practice, as I wrote in chapter 6 in my book. 50 Ways to Love Your Lover, by the way, is the name of my book. To do that is to transcend and to release those trunk cases of crap that you're still carrying around. To be that vulnerable, that naked, that transparent in front of your partner, to be willing to gaze that deeply into your partner's eyes and to see them and feel them gaze into your eyes that deeply, will at worst, reveal yourself to yourself, where you're stuck, where you're blocked, where you're limited. At best, it will allow healing to take place. A chance to release that baggage, that suitcase full of judgments, of hurt feelings, of upsets, of shame, of those things. And by releasing that, you become whole again. And by releasing that, you become fully available to express love fully again, which you may not have done for years. And in that moment, the intimacy, sensuality, connection with your partner will be beyond anything you've ever had before. And all you did is spend 10 minutes looking into their eyes and allowing what comes up to come out. That's an assignment I would recommend you have if you have a partner. And if you're not, save it for when you are in a relationship like that. You can actually do it with a friend of yours if you trust them, because you're not implying something beyond just the connection and the communication between you. But if you can do that, to gaze that deeply in the other person's eyes, you will actually have a transformation experience that could heal your history. Try that one on for size. This is the way this works. It's never planned, and I didn't know I was going to bring a teaching through this way. I just started with the idea about being Halloween, about dropping the masks and the disguises and all the costumes that you may be wearing every day of your life. Now today, if you're going to Halloween, go party, have fun, dress up, do the whole thing. But every day of your life, you may be carrying a mask that's more invisible. A shield or a disguise or a protection that is invisible to everybody else. But you know you're wearing it, you're carrying it. So this encouragement is to step beyond that. And if you really want to do this homework, I'd love to hear from you afterwards. If this is something you want to take on, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about it, please comment there too, and I'll get back to you. And if you want direct help, message me over Facebook if you're on here, if you're watching on YouTube, that way too. If you're on my website, where these are also showing you, you can reach the Let's Chat button. But either way, I encourage you to take this one on. It's a big opportunity, and it may stretch you beyond your comfort zone, but I know if you do it full on, your life will be transformed. There we go. Now I'm complete. Okay. Thank you for watching my broadcast. This is my daily Facebook Live, by the way. I do these every day. This is number 152 in the series. Yes, I do this every day. It's getting up there. I'm going for a full year at least. As long as there's content coming through, I'm going to keep sharing. If you are watching me on Facebook, you can find the rest of these on my Facebook business page. They're all listed in reverse order from the latest to the oldest. If you're on YouTube watching this in replay, you can watch my other ones on the playlist, which is under my name, Barry Selby is the channel, and Messages from the Masculine is the playlist. If you're watching this on my website, then you're already on the page where they all list, which is the video blog on barryselby.com, and there's a whole list of these embedded, so you can watch them there too. My encouragement, my reminder to you, my challenge to you is to love yourself more today than you did yesterday. To be in support of yourself so you can be in support of other people, and to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. Do all those three things, your life will improve dramatically. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you want to make sure that you do follow me, there's a button somewhere underneath the video where you can be notified next time I go live. If you want to make sure that you see my next broadcast, tap on that button and select yes. Otherwise, I hope to see you tomorrow another time. So with that, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again tomorrow, ideally. And if you want to reach out to me, you know where to find me. Bye. Oh, thank you, Susanna. And let me know how it goes. I appreciate you putting comments in. Just before I signed off, I would like to hear how the challenge goes. All right. Everyone else, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again tomorrow.